When should you start Medicaid eligibility planning? That is a great question, and it has a lot of different answers. It depends on what your situation is. At ELG Estate Planning, we do a lot of crisis Medicaid planning. Crisis meaning we're doing planning at the time the person is going in to the care facility. I have to tell you, we can help that person out quite a bit, but it is a far better situation to plan in advance if possible. So what do I mean by planning? When we're doing Medicaid planning, one of the first things we're looking at is what are the estate planning documents. There need to be in place certain documents that give authority to do whatever type of Medicaid asset strategies that need to be put into place. And so if you are going into a care facility, you don't have a durable power of attorney, or you have one but it's not a very good one, it doesn't grant the authority that an elder law attorney would need to do a Medicaid plan, there's not much that an attorney as myself, an elder law attorney, can do to help you protect your assets. So what's the ideal situation for when you should start Medicaid planning? The answer to that is when you don't need Medicaid planning, well in advance. The first step is to put into place a really good estate plan, good estate planning documents. And you want to do that before you are thinking about long-term care, because most people aren't even thinking that they'll ever need long-term care, even if statistics show that they likely will need it. So get an estate plan in place while you're healthy, while you have good cognitive abilities, when you're not in a crisis. So what is a good estate plan? It's having your will, having your durable powers of attorney, having your healthcare directive in place. See an estate planning attorney with expertise in Medicaid planning. That's going to be an elder law attorney who actually files Medicaid applications. Now, why is that? Why can't you just go to any estate planning lawyer? The reason for that is we're talking about Medicaid planning in advance. Your estate planning documents need to have particular provisions and authority in them that will allow us to protect assets in the future if you do ever need to go into long-term care. And a traditional estate planning lawyer, somebody that doesn't do Medicaid applications, won't put those authority, what's needed, they won't put them into the estate planning documents because they're simply unaware of what is needed. So see an elder law attorney to get your estate plan in place before you need care. Now, specific rules, Medicaid has a 5-year look-back policy. So whatever type of asset transfers, whatever you do 5 years in advance of needing long-term care, Medicaid doesn't care about. But don't do that type of planning on your own because it's likely to go wrong. Medicaid has really specific rules about what was given away. I mean, let's say you create an irrevocable trust 5 years in advance. Okay, that makes sense. It's 5 years before you need Medicaid. Isn't that good planning, good timing? Well, only if you do your irrevocable trust correctly. You can't be the trustee, you can't be a beneficiary, you can't retain any sort of beneficial interest for the most part. You say you put your house into that trust. Okay, therefore you need to pay rent to the trust, and nobody is thinking about this sort of thing because they're not familiar with Medicaid's rules. So before you do anything drastic like create an irrevocable trust 5 years in advance, see an elder law attorney. Having said all that, when is ideal to start Medicaid planning? Well before you need Medicaid. Do know that we as elder law attorneys can help at the time of need. We can help with crisis planning. Our hands might be tied a bit if we don't have any authority in the durable power of attorney. There's a lot of things that maybe we want to do that we can't do to protect assets, but nonetheless, don't give up if you or your loved one is in need of long-term care. It's a crisis situation. Reach out to an elder law attorney, and again, someone who actually files Medicaid applications so that they have that real specialized knowledge and they can help you protect your assets.